بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Peace and stability and the great economic potential of this region have been taken hostage by India's actions. Ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan calls upon international community to use their influence, and we request our friends in the United States to use their influence over India and demand reversal of all illegal and unilateral measures taken since August 5th, 2019. Stop the gross, systematic and widespread human rights violations and abuses in Indian occupied Kashmir. Halt and reverse the illegal demographic changes. India is making demographic changes. It is bringing people from other parts of India and forcing them to settle in the occupied Kashmir, to change its demography so that in future when a plebiscite is held or any referendum is held, whether Kashmir wants to join either of the countries, the balance can be tilted and manipulated in its favor. We also call upon India to drop fabricated charges and immediately release Kashmiri political leadership. And I'm especially thankful to all our speakers and participants. Thank you.
Thank you, Consul General. And now we will have Mr. Eugene Wallach.
In fact, be restrictable under the defamation exception. But if you're talking about allegedly fake statements about the progress of some war, or about the nature of the American economy, or about history, or about science, about kind of big picture items as opposed to the personalized information that is at issue in defamation law, there is no such exception to the First Amendment. Maybe there ought to be. Some people have argued that, but I'm here to tell, at least in this section, I'm just telling you what the rules are. So, first, general rule of viewpoint neutrality. Second, there are some exceptions, but again, also viewpoint neutral. A third thing that's worth keeping in mind, especially when you hear about protests and various other things, is that the government has considerable authority to impose what are called content-neutral restrictions that target not the communication part of the speech, but other features of the speech. So a classic example is noise. Let's say you decide to hold a large demonstration, or maybe even a small demonstration, but with bullhorns in a residential area in the middle of the night. That may violate noise ordinances. Do those ordinances restrict speech? Yes, because without the amplification, you wouldn't be able to convey your message to as many people as you might like. But that's still constitutionally protected because it's content neutral. It doesn't target the nature of the message. It doesn't say, well, offensive words can't be amplified or offensive ideas can't be amplified. It says, regardless of what you're saying, you just can't say it using these particular means. Another example is blocking the street. Occasionally you see demonstrations that block the street. They're illegal. They're not protected by the First Amendment. Now, sometimes many cities do have parade ordinances that allow people to get a permit for a parade, and at that point, the street is shut off and the parade happens or the demonstration happens. But in the absence of such a parade permit, blocking the street, again, regardless of the content of your message, is illegal and can be made illegal. Now, of course,
I'll now invite, it's my honor to invite Mr. Jonathan Amir Hatami. Mr. Hatami is with the Los Angeles County, he's a Deputy District Attorney in Los Angeles. Please.
Assalamu alaikum. I want to thank the Consulate General for inviting me here. I also want to thank Jamal, my friend. I want to let all of you know, anytime the Pakistani community needs my support, I will always be here for all of you.
Thank you.
You are my brothers and my sisters, and you are part of my community. And so anytime, anywhere you need my help, I'll be here for you. So, for those who don't know, I handle cases involving children. So children in our community who are abused or hurt or murdered, I handled those cases throughout Los Angeles County. And so if you don't know, we have a very large group of children here in Los Angeles who are homeless. About 6,000 children in Los Angeles who are homeless. We have a very dysfunctional foster care system in Los Angeles, where not only many children are orphaned, but 2 out of every 10 child who's in the foster care system, they age out before they get parents. So they go through the system and they never get parents. And many of those kids end up in the criminal justice system. They get in trouble. So that is a big issue for all of us. I got in trouble as a teenager, a lot of trouble. And I ended up joining the Army, and it turned my life around. And then I became a child abuse prosecutor. But a lot of children don't have that direction and can't do that. You know, between 2015 and 2019, we had 105 child murders in Los Angeles County. So not just murders involving somebody getting shot or an accident, actually a parent or guardian murdering a child. That's a lot of murders in that short period of time. And so why do I talk about children? For me and for most of us, public safety is a human right. All of us have a right to be safe in our homes, safe in our communities, safe in our schools. And so how does that relate to Kashmir, and how does that relate to the Middle East? Don't we want to make sure our children are safe everywhere? We don't want places where children are orphaned. Because what happens then is many of those children get involved in doing bad things. And it makes it worse. So it's not making it better. If you hurt their parents or kill their parents or blow up their home or take away something of theirs, then they have no place to go. And so it makes it worse. It doesn't make it better. So we need to look at all the children all over the United States. They're all equal. The children in the Middle East, they're equal. The children in Kashmir, they're equal. And they're innocent. They didn't do anything wrong. They're just caught up in an issue regarding politics where it's unfair to all of them. And so we need to bring attention to the human rights issues that are happening all over the world, including in the Middle East, including in Kashmir. And no matter who you are, if you're a Christian or a Muslim or Jewish, or you have no faith, everybody should support children. Everybody should look out for children. And a child in Israel or Palestine or Kashmir is equal to a child here in the United States. We are all equal under God, all of us. And so I hope we do think about that. I try to do that. I try to think about what's happening here and then what's happening overseas. I do want to thank you all for having me. I don't want to take too much of your time. I want to let you know that I'm going to pray for the people in Kashmir and the people in the Middle East and my brothers and sisters here in Los Angeles. I'm always going to fight for public safety here and overseas. I think it's important, and to let people know that I care about the safety of all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for that for your wonderful words, Jonathan. That was very inspirational. And now I'd like to invite Mr. Jamal Khwaja. He's the president of the Grand Alliance of Pakistan, and we've known him for quite a long time. Jamal.
कॉन्स्टेंट जनरल साहब all the guest speakers, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. It's no more morning, it's afternoon, so good afternoon to you all. I do understand it's not very easy to come out in this weather. So the first thing I want to do is thank you all for coming out and supporting this cause. Give some love for your own self. Before I start, I have noticed, I've been living in California for almost 25 years. We used to get a lot of complaints about the consulate. I don't get my visa on time, my ticket is expiring, nobody answers the phone. So I want to congratulate the Consulate General and the entire staff. You guys are doing an amazing job because we are not getting these complaints now. So thank you for doing that. Our consulate is involved in every worthy cause. Either it is Kashmir, either it is any sort of an accident in Pakistani American community. They are doing a wonderful job and engaging Americans, Pakistani American and other sort of Americans to get involved with Pakistan and spreading what is going on in Pakistan, what is happening within Pakistan. So Pakistan government is doing an excellent job right now. More importantly about Kashmir, I am from Kashmir. But so it happened that my parents decided to move out from Kashmir when I was not even there. And we moved to Sindh or Karachi. I do still carry the last name Khwaja, which is from Kashmir. So I have the pain, but this pain I don't have it because I'm a Kashmiri. It is looking at the pictures. Thousands of women are being raped. Thousands of men are being into prison. Lot of things which you can't imagine. I thank Allah that He have given us an opportunity that we live in a country, as Professor Eugene said very correctly, that we have so many rights. But just imagine a child growing there, doesn't know if he is going to school, he is going to come back. He doesn't know what's going to happen to his sibling. When he comes back, where there'll be a house or not. There are over 1 million troops are in that small area of Kashmir. And it's not all about Kashmir only. There are so many atrocities are happening around the world. I have one question for you all today. Let's say 2,000, 2,500 years ago, there were no schools. There were no colleges. There were no universities. Masses were not educated. And citizen now. We have our rights, so please think about it. And let's do something together to make things better. Once again, on behalf of Grand Alliance for Pakistan, I want to thank everybody. Mr. Hattami, he have come to several of our Pakistan days. I would invite Eugene also to come and see our Pakistan Independence Day. And thank you all for coming out and making this program a very successful program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jamal. Thank you for your words. I would now like to invite Mr. Mike Sefi to read out the Kashmir resolution.
And I will start with this, that when you want to lead something, then lead by start saying that, what do I care and why do I care? And then also that what I'm going to do about it, and then lead into that why you should care and why you should get involved. That's the basic principle of the leadership. Hardly there is a thing which you want to get it done, you can do it by yourself or alone. In this particularly disorienting time, either the issue of Kashmir, Middle East, or Ukraine, we need a good skills of leadership. And we need those leaders who can pull people together, not someone who can make people go away or disperse, right? And thank you for Consul General Asim for pulling us together. It is your initiative that we are here today to talk about the cause, and then why we want to get involved and what we should do or what we can do about it, right? And especially in the leadership skills also, and leadership, there are instances where people might not like you, or there are instances where you might not like somebody, but again, we have to work cohesively together for the betterment of what we can do. I had the privilege of being elected as a national delegate. I served in Obama administration as his DNC delegate. I also served 4 terms as a state delegate in elected position. And what this position did is it empowered me to introduce some legislations, not legislations, some resolutions. And I submitted this resolution, which I'm going to read, and I want you to get involved into it, into the largest Democratic Party in the United States. Democratic Party of California is one of the largest. So I was able to submit this resolution and put it up all the way up to the Sacramento. In 2020, July 24th, this resolution got into the entire Democratic Party, and they approved this resolution. They have thousands of those. And so till today, this is the first one in the history of the United States. It's a legal document. First one approved resolution by any state Democratic Party or any state party who has approved this resolution. So this is a legal document, which was sent to all the legislative bodies, including the governor and the United Nations, and I was told that it was sent to the Indian consulate too.
Aye.
Any opposed? Congratulations. This resolution is also approved once again. Thank you so much. Thank you, Council General. Thank you, distinguished guests. Thank you for your support for the cause. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sepi. That was wonderful of you to actually come up with that idea and actually get there in writing, approved by the Democratic Party. That was wonderful. Now I'd like to invite Mr. Arif Mansouri, and he is the chairman, Fullerton Planning Commission, and he also happens to be a journalist, and he's a chairman of the Friends of Pakistan.
Thank you, Mr. Shahraz Asim. Consul General of Pakistan,